All right, let's get right into this. It's been quite a little while since I've posted. Not long, but usually I post more. I guess it's a slow post day today. I don't have a topic in mind or an idea, but I mean I can just do my best here. So what are we really on right now? What's big with me? Um, I know this. Well, you know what? I feel like this won't get old for a little while, and it's all about the growth and having a presence. You got to understand how absolutely painful it is to be stuck. Forget being stuck at one level, right? You know what really sucks is not knowing who you are. For example, you know what I mean. If you see, for example, you grow up, right? And let's say there's a way for the world to kind of legalize everything. You know what I mean? Just make it normal. I should say normalize. You know, some people become so normalized. I think back to it and I go, that was absolutely brilliant on my part. But I was so normalized. Like I didn't do anything weird like in front of people and whatnot because I wanted to be normal so bad. I didn't want to be the best. I didn't want to be the worst. I didn't really have any specialties. I just wanted to be normal. I wanted to be portrayed as somebody normal whilst being on the borderline of a bit of a maniac, but maniac in the sense of just laughing. That's it. Just laughing, finding things to laugh about all the time, self-entertaining, having a good time, whilst being as normal as possible. That was a big deal to me, you know. I told you I went through everything. I mean, I started off with all this normal shit, and then I got into, maybe a little weird, do some weird shit or whatever, you know. But yeah, that was the case. The thing is, like, when you and it's not that like somebody is blind to something or they don't see or they don't understand. It's that if you don't grow, you know what I mean, and the whole world is growing, you're staying in one place. You're not growing. You know what I mean? And I would say it sucks, but the thing is that, you know, if you were somebody, not that I am, but if you were somebody who had such a different kind of life or a long life or whatnot, I shouldn't say long life, but I mean, 31 years is a pretty long time, but you know, when you it's not a big deal. Anyways, going on. That's all that's really all that's in my head. You know, where am I now? What's happening? Well, it's only been 3 months, and you know, compare that to 31 years of just, you know, for somebody to finally grow and be able to move with the world. As the world moves, I move too. You know what I mean? I change, I grow, and that's cool. But anyways, going on. I'm trying to think of something relevant right now. There really isn't much, right? But I gotta say, I'm still hungry. Like I still feel that hunger where I'm like, you know, I wanna, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to just sit back and be lazy. You know, I want things to do. I wanna become busier. You know, I wanna be really busy in my life so I can actually be doing stuff. And I actually have that ambition or that desire to want to be more busy. Like I want to actually do something. You know, I'm not gonna just start off working in an office. You know what I mean? And I don't think an office is for me because I've talked about how my dream job or my dream in 10 years is just to own 4 venues. That's not a big dream at all. You know, you got people who say that, you know, in 10 years I want to be 150 millionaire guy who's in charge of like a corporation, in charge of like 2,000 companies. You know, you hear people say stuff like that. You hear people say stuff like, "Oh, I want to live in a mansion" and things like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't have a big dream. You know what I mean? But to me, I'm not desiring that much because I know that 4 venues would keep me very busy. You know, to be involved with them all the time, having issues come up. Okay, we have a staffing issue. We need to hire, or somebody's leaving. after a long time. Let's throw that person a birthday party. You know what I mean? Let's throw a birthday party for this employee who's, but it could even be a cook or a waiter or a waitress, and it's like, well, she's worked for us for what, 5 years, or 3 years, or even 1 year. She's worked with us for a whole year, and she's leaving for whatever reason. Maybe she's finished college and she's starting her profession. But let's throw a party for her. Let's throw a party in her honor. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff I want. I want something to be occupied with all the time. Okay, I want challenges too. Well, we had this food blogger come in, or this very prominent customer who really shut us down, like verbally, like he was just talking about how horrible we are, the service, the food, and all that. And when you have something like a challenge come up like that, you got to address it right away. I mean, when I think of that scenario, if I address that person, to be like, as a business owner, I'm not the chef. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have the chef address that situation. The chef would probably get really upset and angry because of the nature of how chefs are. But as a business owner, I would have to approach the person. Obviously, I would approach diplomatically. I would be like, okay, is there something that, maybe you feel like we're doing something wrong? Is there something we can change, or is this a dead call? Obviously, you start off with optimism, and if they still give you shit, you try to look for something, and then eventually you just go, listen, man, if you're not gonna be reasonable, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, man, if you're not gonna be reasonable, go fuck yourself. That's it. You know what I mean? Some people, listen, man, don't give. People do not deserve the time of day. Okay, when they just make up their mind automatically and go, listen, no matter what you say, won't change my mind. I hate your guts. And it's just because of the way you are or the person you remind me of. At that point, there's nothing that you can do. But like I said, I would love those. I would love to have accolades. Some of the best restaurants in this world, when they're really good and people know about them, dude, they have pictures of all these celebrities or these top people that ate in their restaurant. You know what I mean? And they put pictures up. And obviously there are some legendary small restaurants, and you watch them on some kind of show or something, or a channel or something, and you see it and you're like, wow. Like some restaurants will have pictures of like 30 or 40 different renowned people. You know what I mean? That's like, wow, like that's legendary. That's being a legend in the restaurant business. And that's what I want to do. I want to be legendary in the restaurant business. I want to have people, I want to have the who's who come into my restaurant. Not that I'm kicking anyone out, but I want the who's who to show up so that everybody's like, this is the place to be. Even if it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or beach club, I want people to come and say, this is the place to be. This restaurant is a place to be. They don't even have to say my name. They don't even have to know who I am. They can just come in and go, like the people who just come in casually can be like, wow, this is the shit. And people who come regularly probably want to get to know the owner. I would get to know them, you know what I mean? I'd love to hire a head chef, start talking to him, somebody that I respect. When I'm looking for a chef, somebody I respect, somebody who knows the food, who knows the industry, and we can really set a menu. You know what I mean? I can value him too. Like, dude, I don't just want to hire you to make a menu and fire you. I want to keep you here. I feel like we could have a long-term relationship, not just a 2-minute interview. You know what I mean? And really find somebody and really do it well. That's what I like. I like doing something well. You know what I mean? And being present in the world now, I'm pretty sure if I'm doing something well, I'll hear about it. You know what I mean? If I'm doing well in a restaurant, people will come in and be like, you know what, man, your food, not only is the food incredible, the ambiance, all the stuff, the service, people who work here, this place is fantastic. So that's what I want. And I think that took me away from the whole thing I'm always talking about. 3 months, been 3 months. You know what I mean? Obsessively talking about that. And I'm in the 1% now, blah, blah, blah. And it's nice to do a video away from that and just kind of talk about some kind of future plans like this. Anyways, I'm done. I'm going to say good evening. We are in the evening. It's still quite bright out. As you can see, there's no light here, but it is bright out. I'll say good evening again.